I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
This one goes out to all my ladies, all my multitasking mamas who need energy to show up at work and at home, all my empty nest explorers who need a little gut health support for the journey ahead. AG1 is the daily health drink designed to support whole body health with over 75 essential nutrients and pre- and probiotics, so you can make the most of every day and every decade. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
Heartbreaking, soul shaking.
All right. This is not karaoke night, although you would win.
Let's talk about our outing with our little tiny baby family member earlier today.
Okay, yes, my grandson.
Yes, a small person who during lunch was like, hey, can we look at your phone? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So
He's 4, by the way.
I brought up a pictograph of different types of apples. And for about a half hour, we looked at and learned about apples.
And his response was, can you even believe that?
Well, would you look at that?
He's a grown person trapped in a 4-year-old's body.
So then we went to the grocery store and we each picked out our own apple, except for you, who refused to select an apple. And you really ruined everyone's day.
I got chips. All right. Okay, we're in northern Maine. We're visiting family, and we have the Inbox of Oddities for you today. Kat and Jethro, this will be the first time I have written to you. But when I was listening to the episode Echoes in the Clay, Monsters in the Water, I absolutely knew I had to reach out. In this episode, you were talking about people who have looked into whether or not you would be able to get sounds from the grooves of pottery.
So cool.
Please check out this link. And then in parentheses, it's all in Spanish. My maternal grandmother came to the U.S. from Cuba, and there is still family that lives over in Spain. One of our distant cousins, Miguel Prado.
Wow.
Prado.
You could just say Prado.
Okay, Prado. Created an artistic project. It's a phonographic funeral urn. And he sent the link. It is all in Spanish, so I looked at the pictures. This seems like something that would be right up your alley.
That sounds amazing. You could have the voice of the person who's inside the urn on the urn.
Saying stuff like, hey, stop shaking me.
Help, I'm trapped.
Also, as a thank you for reading my email, I have attached obligatory animal pictures.
Yeah, bitch.
Zelda is the large black cat with only 3 legs. Quinn is the tortie, and Boo is the dog.
Aww.
Me and you and a dog named Boo.
Adorable. Thank you so much. Hi, Kat and JG. My name is Jordan, and I have to say, whoa. I have never heard of sad nipple syndrome, but everything you said in this segment relates to my experience to a T. Speaking of T, I'm trans.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of my journey, but my first big step in gender-affirming care was getting a double mastectomy, or top surgery, in 2024 to be completely flat. I've always known my boobs made me uncomfortable, but even more so after going through a social transition and asking people to start calling me Jordan instead of my birth name. Additionally, I chose not to keep my nipples, as I knew it always was sensory overload when they were touched or grazed, etc. I would experience an overwhelming sense of something is wrong, I need to hide from the world, I'm very sad all of a sudden, etc., etc. Also, side note, I always felt like those nerves would stimulate a nerve in my mouth that made the inside of my cheek feel incredibly itchy, which I also hated. Maybe some other people with SNS have experienced this too? This caught me so off guard that I immediately went to email you. Was my experience gender dysphoria or just general dysphoria like you talked about? Maybe both. Either way, If I had known about this weird phenomena, I don't think it would have affected my decision to get top surgery. Thank you for looking into this weird thing that people have. The world is on fire, but at least we can unify in the fact that we all feel weird about our nipples.
Hey, if we've said it once, we've said it 100 times.
You know it.
Hi, Kat and JG. Have you heard of Enchanted Rock? A small mountain or big rock, whichever you choose. A legend that dates back before Europeans arrived. It said that the rock was haunted by a ghost of a tribal chief. According to the legend, the chief angered the gods and he was ordered to sacrifice his daughter for punishment. Instead, he killed a goat, angering the gods once more. The gods caused the rock to open up and swallow him.
Goat didn't do anything.
Now the ghost roams on the top of the rock.
Who roams on the top of the pops?
That would have been the Beatles.
Yeah.
There are depressions on the top of Enchanted Rock that match the average stride of an adult male, about 30 inches. Ooh, that's from Mike. That's interesting. I'm going to dig into it.
Yes, please. We got this message. It's possible that you may have covered this in the box at some point, but I have a mildly unfortunate bathroom situation that led to a medical rabbit hole that might be a good topic or a fun fact. I had to consult Google today to find out why the hell my toilet seat has suddenly developed a blue imprint of exactly where I sit. I'll send a screenshot of the options Google gave me. I have both new dye-heavy clothes and several new meds and vitamins, so I fear this will remain a mystery. But I obviously Googled the rare condition, since obviously I assumed that must be the reason. It's so crazy. If you look up the name of it, there's photos of a woman's face, and she's sweating blue. And it's chromhidrosis, which we have talked about. It was a while back, though. Carrie continues, now I'm wondering if I've also left my blue ass print on anyone else's toilet seat. My life is a cartoon.
Honey, did you invite Papa Smurf over? When they said they were going to send a photo.
You thought of their ass print?
I was hoping it was the toilet seat with the blue ass print.
If you're interested in learning more about chromhidrosis, you can listen to our episode, The Mad Gasser of Mattoon and Chromhidrosis, in box 502.
Hello, you lovely humans. I think I've finally had my very first boo effect. While listening to the latest during Jethro's museum segment, he mentioned how he's never been to Wisconsin. Well, at the time I hadn't. I have.
You have since.
Since, yeah, we performed in Appleton.
Appleton.
While this was playing, I just so happened to be road tripping in Wisconsin to go to a museum.
Yay!
If you've never heard of it before, let me introduce you to the House on the Rock.
Sounds like church.
It's a private museum of, well, all kinds of weird crap. Lots of old music machines, automations, toys, a giant whale, and the world's largest carousel. Coincidentally, it's less than 10 miles from Frank Lloyd Wright's home, Taliesin. Both are in Spring Green, Wisconsin, so now you have an excuse to come here. We did an episode on Taliesin, too.
We've done an episode on both of them.
Yeah, that Frank Lloyd Wright story was a real bloodbath. I actually live near Cincinnati, Ohio. The man-wife and I decided to take an impromptu weekend trip, or as he says, imprompting-to.
Nah.
We also stopped and bought $40 worth of Wisconsin cheese on our way back to the hotel.
I think that's part of the rules when you visit.
Load up with cheese curds. I'll attach some pictures of inside the house, but you really got to experience it in person. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, my podcast friends. Love ya, Jess.
We got a link to a...
You know, my grandfather was an old Mainer, and he used to always say, when the crickets sing louder at dusk, autumn ain't far behind. Me, I just look at a calendar, and I can't believe that August is here already. It's a perfect time to hit reset for the autumn rush. Quince proves you don't need a crowded closet to look incredible. You just need the right pieces. Are you familiar with Quince? They specialize in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored, they're built to last, and it is a perfect transition from morning meeting to dinner. Kat looks so cute in her cashmere sweater. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middleman, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. And I'm not exaggerating when I say my favorite shirts are Quince, but I also love their shorts. And the thing that I was really surprised about when we first started getting Quince clothing is the high quality, and the price is just so unbelievably affordable. And they also bring the same everyday elevation to everything they offer. Kat's also a big fan of the hotel-quality linen pillowcases. Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for an app-exclusive offer or go to quince.com/oddities. Get free shipping on your orders and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK, too. That's QUINCE.com/oddities.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
We got a link to an episode of 99% Invisible.
Yeah, the PBS broadcast or podcast.
It says, I haven't listened to it yet, but I know this would be just perfect for you. 100 objects. Number 11, Brannock Device.
Oh, no. No.
In 1925, the world saw the birth of what just might be the greatest gadget in American history, the Brannock Device. The metal contraption transformed the way we measure feet forever. And more than a century after its invention, it has barely changed. Roman Mars and journalist Paul Lucas trace the life of the Brannock Device from its role outfitting World War II soldiers to its surprising endurance into the modern era, even as the entire world changed around it. That sounds like something you might enjoy.
They terrify me. I wouldn't enjoy that at all. For some reason, when I was a little kid, I got it into my head that it was some sort of a medieval torture device.
It does look like a trap of sorts.
It sure does.
Thanks for the suggestion. Maybe I'll listen to the episode. That comes from Haya and guide dog Pammy.
Hello, Kat and JG. Just finished listening to The Silence Between the Signals, and I felt the need to share the gross and funny name of a store in my lovely home state of Missouri, a.k.a. Misery. I live about 3 hours from the Lake of the Ozarks, and every time my family drives to the lake, I know where this is going, we pass the Uranus Fudge Factory.
I have a magnet from them. Thank you, listener.
It's proudly hung in our studio. On the way, we passed by lots of interesting billboards sporting some pretty shitty double entendres advertising this gem of a store. I took the liberty of attaching a few screenshots of a couple of billboards and the link to their website if you'd like to check out their sense of humor for yourself. For lots of folks here in Misery, visiting Uranus on the way to the lake is a road trip tradition. I'll bet it is. It is in Maine, too.
Wait, what?
While the name is gross, the billboards always cause the children and immature adults, a.k.a. me, in the car to giggle and make bathroom jokes until someone inevitably goes too far and the mature adult makes us stop. So,
Boo.
Fucking boring.
Piss. On our way to the lake in Maine, which is where we are now, we always stop at Uranus as well.
I have travel tummy.
No, because of the university planets set up.
Oh, yeah. Between my hometown of Holton and Cross Lake in northern Aroostook County, which is where we are now, they have set up the solar system from the sun to Pluto. And they've condensed it down to 40 miles.
And it's all to scale. So the planets are the distances apart that they would be if the planet's size was accurate. It's really cool and quite the project.
Our email goes on to say, I hate to admit it, but Uranus really does have great fudge. And Ironically, super nice, clean bathrooms. It's most definitely worth a visit after hours on the road. On a side note, I homeschooled my daughter during COVID for high school, and we found some curriculum that used some episodes of the Box of Oddities for educational purposes. Really?
Oh, I love that.
That's how we found out about you guys and became avid listeners. My daughter and I spent many hours listening to you and laughing our Uranuses off. We are both very proud freaks, and we fly those flags high, maybe all the way to Uranus. Okay, I'll stop now. Love to you both, and also to Nan and Lindsay. I'm obsessed with the shallow end. Carrie.
My goodness, that was glorious. Greetings and salutations, Podmother and Podfather. As the world dissolves into a festering pile of goo, I think back to simpler times. In my youth, I lived in a small coastal town called Copalis Beach. This is in Washington, about an hour and a half west of Olympia. While reminiscing about those days, I stumbled upon an interesting fact. Copalis Beach has the only beach runway in America. You can fly in, enjoy the beach, and fly out, except during high tide, when the runway is underwater.
Wow.
That seems like a mistake. I thought this might be of interest to the box and to the freaks. Thank you for being both the fireflies we need in the... Shut up. That's too nice. Get out of here. Get.
Being the fireflies we need in the darkness around us. Mad clown love. That's from Ducky. Thanks, Ducky.
That's enough, Ducky.
Don't make us pull the internet over. Hi, Kat and JG. On episode 826's Thing in the Middle, you mentioned the bad business names, including I'm a Gone Funeral Home. I was 9 when my family moved to Buffalo, New York. By that point, I was already flying many freak flags. The name of the building struck me as so funny that the first time we drove past it, I blurted out, "Am I Gone Funeral Home?" People are dying to get in. It became a running gag to everyone in my family, even my sister, who was less than a year old at the time. Starting them early. That's great. Thanks for reminding me of our inside joke and for encouraging us all to fly the freak flags as high as we can. Love, Molly K., now in Denver.
This one goes out to all my ladies, all my multitasking mamas who need energy to show up at work and at home, all my empty nest explorers who need a little gut health support for the journey ahead. AG1 is the daily health drink designed to support whole body health with over 75 essential nutrients and pre- and probiotics, so you can make the most of every day and every decade. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
Hello, I've listened to your podcast almost since it began, and I wrote in previously to let you know about a beautiful Indigenous legend that I thought would be lovely to cover. I know you must get thousands of requests for topics, but I do hope you reconsider this one. I currently live in Saskatoon and was glad to hear the respectful and honest way you presented the story about the Saskatoon Starlight Tours. They were reprehensible, atrocious, and beyond comprehension. As I listened, however, I couldn't help but think that the Indigenous culture in Saskatchewan needs to be honored in some way. You don't have to specifically cover the legend of Fort Qu'Appelle, as I originally suggested, but I would love for you to find a way to acknowledge and highlight the Saskatchewan Indigenous culture and traditions in some way. I would like to explain why I asked for the legend of Fort Qu'Appelle, if you don't mind. I am not Indigenous myself, but there is a family connection. Our family came over from Ireland in the 1800s. Should I save this one and just do Fort Qu'Appelle? Let's do that. Can we do that? Do you mind?
No.
Okay.
We'll just move on.
Just move on.
Yeah.
You read now.
Okay. Anyway, they said, I hope you can find time to at least read about the legend
I'm going to.
and history of Fort Capel.
That's what I'm doing.
It truly transcends culture and embodies the universal experience of love and loss.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do it.
She's going to do that. Thank you sincerely for considering my request, even if you choose not to cover this in your podcast. I hope you read the poem and find it as poignant and humbling as I do.
Hey, I'm going to do it.
With love and respect, Ashley. My husband is with the Navy, and he has been deployed for several months, so communication has been sparse. Without knowing anything about your new sound effect, he sent me this as a birthday present. Boo effect, and there's a photo attached of a sweatshirt that simply says, dun-dun.
Dun-dun. Howdy doody, Jethro and Kat. Well, that sounds weird. I know everyone says Kat and Jethro. I guess that's because it's normally ladies first, but I'm an equal opportunities kind of gal, and I wanted to be different. So hi, Jethro and Kat. I was listening to your recent episode about last words people say before they passed away, and I thought I'd tell you what my mother-in-law said. I don't think they're actually her last words, but they're very close. She'd gone to the hospital because we knew she was passing away, and they had a palliative team come see her. One of them asked her, "Do you feel like you're dying?" And her response was, "I don't know, I've never done it before." I hope I can come out with something classic just before I pass. And then if I do, I want it written on my gravestone. Keep up the good work as always. Love you both. Debbie Titty Bong.
Oh, yes, our Australian correspondent. That reminds me of I think it was Groucho Marx. Somebody asked him, "Do you like Kipling?" And he says, "I don't know, I never kippled."
I don't get it.
Kipling, Rudyard Kipling, author. See, if you read, you would understand some of these things. Oh, I crossed the line. Cat reads more than I do. Good day, fellow freaks. I was listening to the Sea Monster in the Last Citizen episode, and I wanted to comment on the thing in the middle. Many years ago, my mom was a dental assistant and worked for a dentist by the name of Dr. Moeller.
Yes.
Keep up the wonderful things that you do. Yours truly, Freak for Life, Brett.
And I do appreciate the abbreviation of Freak for Life, FFL. I dig that. I keep trying to get KFTFF to catch on, but it's not.
No. Maybe you guys can help us with that. Anyway, thanks for writing in. Thanks for hanging out. We love both of those things with all of our hearts and most of our internal organs.
We really appreciate you, and we appreciate you liking the podcast and subscribing and making sure that you're following on, whatever it is that you use. Because sometimes things happen and you're unsubscribed for no reason at all. And we want you to subscribe, please.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, keep flying that freak flag.
Fly it proudly, you beautiful freak.
KFTFF.
Woo!
I'm not giving up.
I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.